This kid has never been sick. When he goes to the zoo, all the animals are very scared when they see him. Become manic. The chimp even wanted to break the glass and attack him. His birth time is even more weird. June 6th at 6 o'clock. This is an unlucky moment in people's eyes. A lot of strange things happened to him. The boy is called Damien. On his 5th birthday, his parents held a grand birthday party for him. Suddenly a black dog appeared. The babysitter and the black dog looked at each other, went straight up the roof, with twine around his neck, shouted to Damien with a smile on his face, "All for you. Then jump up and jump." This is really weird. The guests were terrified. Chaos at the scene. Father Away quickly picked up and comforted him. But Damien is not afraid at all, and waved at the black dog in the distance. A priest came to Away afterwards, and said that Damien is the incarnation of demon. Will cause harm to people around you. Away doesn't believe it. Turn around and leave. The priest told him. Damien is not your son. Away stopped after listening. Walked back again. The priest went on to say, Damien's biological mother is actually a jackal. Away wanted to give him a kick on the spot. Ask the security guard to take away the gods. Away slowly remembered what happened back then. His wife Mary was giving birth. Away, who was a diplomat at the time, came to the hospital quickly. But unfortunately the pastor told him, his son is already dead. This makes Away unacceptable. But the pastor showed him a clear way. He brought Away to a room. Here is an orphan whose mother was in dystocia. I hope I can raise him. At this moment Away has no choice. He doesn't want his wife to know the cruel truth. So he bought his wife and adopted the child, named Damien. With the arrival of Damien, Away's career is also rising. He was promoted to deputy ambassador. But just when the ambassador is traveling, the time jumps to 6 to 6. The tanker hit the ambassador's car. Gasoline keeps pouring into the car, and was lit by cigarette butts. Big BZ happened. The ambassador received the box lunch on the spot. And Away was promoted to ambassador logically. But soon the babysitter's weird thing happened. Away quickly made the headlines. They haven't found a suitable babysitter because of this. A woman from Julie came to apply for the job this day. The couple are very satisfied with Julie's performance. Left her behind. The next day, Away's family is going to church to pray. But something strange happened again. This kid is very weird. Originally, the family went to church to pray. But when I get closer and closer to the church, Damien's expression is a bit wrong. Suddenly he became very manic. Keep scratching my mother. In the end, Away's blocking is not. Scratch Mary's forehead. They also had to return home. Wife also had a nightmare that night, dreaming of my son wearing a weird mask. The next day, Ji Lee follows the school organization. Brings son to the zoo. She found that other children were unwilling to play with Damien. Even animals see Damien. Became very scared. Even become very manic. Want to break the glass and attack him. Scared them to flee. That night Mary suggested to take Damien to see a doctor. After all, Damien has never been sick since he was born. But Away didn't agree. He was afraid his wife would know. Damien is not their own. That night, Away went to visit his sleeping son. But found a black dog in the room, grinning at him and grinning. Luckily the nanny Julie is here. The black dog calmed down. Julie explained that it was brought back by Damien. And Damien likes it very much. Away is very angry. He wants someone to take the dog away. And the other side, when the priest was driven away, was photographed by a reporter. When he was doing photos, found a beam of light on the priest's head. So he found the priest again. Take a few shots at the priest. The result of washing out the photos. The priest was directly penetrated by the light beam. The next day, the priest asked Away out again. Told him solemnly, Damien is the incarnation of demon. Now her wife Mary is pregnant. Very likely to be harmed. Must completely end all of this. But Away still doesn't believe it. And asked the priest to stay away from their family. Meaning really happened. Mary, who is taking care of the flower tray, was accidentally hit by Damien riding a scooter, falling from a tall building. Fell heavily on the floor. Away hurried to the hospital. Luckily Mary saved her life. But the child in the womb is not so lucky. This made Away couldn't help but believe the priest's words. But he found that the priest died strangely. It turns out that after Away left that day, the priest heard the cry of baby L. He panicked, knowing that the demon is going to retaliate. Rushed to the church. But the door was locked. At this time, a bolt of lightning hit the top floor fence. The broken iron pillar fell straight down. The priest's body is penetrated. Got a box lunch on the spot. One right got a box lunch on the spot. At this time, the reporter found a way. Told him his findings. Photos taken by this reporter. The nanny has a beam like a rope on his neck. And the babysitter really put on the twine from S. The priest was penetrated by a beam of light. As a result, the priest was really penetrated by the iron pillar. And there is a 666 symbol on the priest's body. They came to the priest's house to investigate. Found that it was plastered with Bibles. I learned from the priest's diary. On June 6, 5 years ago. Taste a comet descending on the earth. The Pope immediately called a religious assembly. At the same time, Damien was also born at that time. This confuses away. Could it be said that Damien is really a demon? The reporter also took out a photo. The shot inside is the reporter himself. There is also a beam of light on his neck. He was very afraid that he would be like the priests and others. So they came to the hospital that year. It's a pity that there was a fire that year. All data has been burned. Under the guidance of the nun. They came to the graveyard of Damien's biological mother. When Away opened the tomb. Found that there were wolf-like bones inside. It seems that Damien's biological mother is really a jackal. And the other side. Naturally, he is Away's biological son. But shown by the bones. My own child back then. Was killed by the believers of the demon. So the two came to the holy city. Find the person mentioned by the priest. Get the holy sword of Sherry's demon son from him. I also learned that there will be a 666 symbol on the demon. Maybe hidden in hair. But Away still can't do it. Threw away the holy sword. Reporters don't think so. For my own life, he decided to do it himself. But at this moment, the maintenance worker on the roof accidentally dropped his hammer. The hammer broke the iron frame. The iron frame fell down. The iron frame fell. And the reporter who just stood up. Got a box lunch on the spot. The light beam of the photo is also fulfilled. Away woke up immediately. And that night, Away also received a message from his wife. It turns out that the nanny Julie took advantage of Away's absence. See by visiting. Injection of D medicine will harm Mary S. Now Away fully understands. He returned home. Cut off Damien's hair with scissors. 666 symbol found. At this time, Julie attacked from behind. But after all, Away was born in the military. Stunned Julie soon. Away picked up Damien and stuffed it into the car. Sparks with lightning. Broke the door and went straight to the church. JC, who didn't know the door, chased up immediately. Finally came to the church. But Away still couldn't bear to start. Just when he was hesitating. A large number of JC rushed to the scene. Open queue to kill Away. At the end of Away's funeral. The Pope on the other side also left. Damien is raised by ZF. Continue to be at ease in the world. This Bad Omen is a remake of the film of the same name in 1976. Can't be said to be very scary. Because all the movie reviews have seen said. Not as horrible as the original. Interested friends can see the original version. See you next time.